Hey guys, going to do a product review for y'all today. Today we're going to be looking at the Berkey travel-sized water filtration system. Now we've had this filter for about 2 years now and we've really grown to love it. It's become an essential in our daily life. We use it every day. The reason we had to get a water filtering system is because we live out in the country and we have a really heavy iron well water. And those of you who have seen this before know what I'm talking about, but your really heavy iron water will kind of have a brownish tinge to it or a yellowish tinge to it. And sometimes it can have a smell like rotten eggs, and it'll definitely have a taste to it. And it's really not good for drinking, cooking, cleaning as well. If you wash a load of white clothes, it can actually stain the clothes and give them a yellowish tinge. So the iron in our water is absolutely unbearable, and we wound up deciding we have to do something about it, have to get something at least for our drinking and coffee, cooking, and my wife will even use it to wash her hair. She's a natural blonde, and if she uses our well water that's so heavily iron rich, it'll actually tinge and stain her hair. So she'll have a brownish, yellowish colored hair if she uses our well water with it. So a lot of times she'll take a jug of water, this filtered Berkey water, and wash her hair with it to kind of keep that from happening. So we found it an essential to get a water filtering system. Now the reason we went with the Berkey water system is if you go on their website, they've got an incredible list of all the different things that these filters will filter out. I mean, bacteria, viruses, all of your heavy metals, copper, iron, lead. It's unreal, the list of everything that they filter out. I'm not even going to attempt to name them all out because it's insane. So they're really incredible filters. And they really do an excellent job, and I'll show you here in a second how well they do. The reason we went with the travel size, they have several different versions, and the smallest countertop version is the travel size. Now, the travel size is 18 inches tall up to this rim here, and we found that at that height, we can still operate our cabinet doors. And if we take the lid off, we can even slide it up underneath our cabinet, and we still have enough playroom there to put the lid back on. So this travel size is really ideal for us, especially because we don't have a large kitchen and we don't have a lot of counter space as well. So in order to use a larger system, it would take up a much bigger footprint that we're really not really willing to give up. So this travel size is excellent. And also, if you consider the travel size as opposed to the other ones, the larger systems, you're really only gaining two different things. You're gaining faster water filtering and a larger chamber to hold your water. Well, with the travel size, it'll filter out 2.5 gallons an hour, which for me and our family, that's honestly plenty fast, you know, because we'll fill it up and we'll only use 1.5 gallons every 2 days. So the filtering, how fast it filters out, honestly is not that big a deal. You just fill it up, and in less than an hour with 1.5 gallons, you've already filtered it all out. So the fastness on how fast it filters the water was not really something that we considered to be a necessity. And the larger drip chamber holding the more gallons is really kind of not necessary either if you've got access to milk jugs. You just fill it up and fill your milk jugs up, and you can store them in your cabinets or in your pantry, and there's the extra filtered water that you have if you need it. So that's why the size the size of the travel was definitely outweighed the advantages for us than the larger sizes. Now, the way this thing operates, guys, it's a gravity-fed water filtration system. So you lift the lid, you fill up the top chamber, and it's gravity fed through the filters, and it drips down into your bottom chamber where it's stored. If you want to look, this top chamber is where you have your filters, and you can see all the muck in there, and I'll show you here in a second. Look how mucky that is. That's all of our well water there, and all that iron-rich water. And this bottom chamber, you can see how crystal clear it is. And I've never cleaned this out either, guys. I've kind of washed it out a little bit for this video, but there was nothing in there to even wash out. So, yeah, the bottom chamber is crystal clear. It does a great job of filtering it out. Now your water, it's still going to have a little bit of a taste to it, but it's going to be like a spring water taste. It's going to have a little bit of a mineral taste to it. But it's really good to drink, really good to cook with, good for coffee, that sort of thing. So it does an excellent job of filtering out the water. One negative I'll say about the Berkeys is they do have a polished stainless steel on the outside, and what you'll find is that it'll leave watermarks. So as you're filling the water, the top chamber up full of water, you're going to wind up getting water on the outside, and it's going to leave those little watermarks. So it kind of looks a little mucky, but it's really not that big a deal. It doesn't harm the function of it whatsoever. You're still going to get great water. That's really the only negative I can say about it. It does a great job of filtering the water. Also, the filters up top, each of those black filters will filter out 3,000 gallons. So together, this filter, when you buy the set, it comes with the two filters. It's going to filter out 6,000 gallons worth of water. So for our family, we only use 1.5 gallons every other day. So if I did my math right and I calculated it out a little while ago, it should last us about 20 years before we need to replace the filters. So that's really incredible. When you consider how much it costs up front, it's not that big a deal when you consider how long the life of your filters is going to be. So yeah, it does has a very long filtration life. Yeah. I love the fact that it's gravity fed. I used to have some saltwater fish tanks, and I had an RODI water filtration system, which you have to hook up to pumps and different filters, and the filters don't last no 6,000 gallons either. And it wasn't simple, wasn't convenient, and this is very simple, very convenient. Like I said, we've grown to love this filter, and we use it every day. Definitely would recommend it. Do me a favor, guys, hit the like button, subscribe. I will have the Amazon link for the travel size water filter in the description below, so check it out. Appreciate y'all watching.